Good morning students, welcome back to maths class. We'll continue with the same exercise. Fourth question. Places A and B are 100 km apart on a highway. One car starts from A and another from B at the same time. If the cars travel in the same direction at different speeds, they meet in 5 hours. If they travel towards each other, they meet in 1 hour. What are the speeds of the two cars? So we want to find the speed of the two cars. So one car will start from A and another car will start from place B. So places A and B are 100 km apart on a highway. So we will mark place A and place B. These two places are 100 km away. That is, distance between these two places is 100 km. We want to find the speed of the cars. So we will write, let the speed of the first car be, let the speed of the car starting from A. Starting from A, be x kilometer per hour, because the unit of speed is kilometer per hour, and the car starting from B, the car starting from B, y kilometer per hour, y kilometer per hour. So we want to find the speed of both the cars. One car will start from A, another car will start from B, and the distance between A and B, the two places, is 100 km. Now, one car starts from A and another from B at the same time if the cars travels in the same direction at different speeds. So both cars are having different speed. One is having x kilometer per hour speed and second one is y kilometer per hour. Both the car will start from the same time in the same direction. So you think that both the cars will be moving towards this side. So both the car will start in the same direction at the same time with different speed. They meet in 5 hours. So after 5 hours, both the car will meet in some place. So we will mark, let C be the place where they will meet. So both the car will start at the same time, same direction they will move, but they have different speed, and after 5 hours they will meet here. So 5 hours is the time, x and y is the speed. So how much distance both the cars are traveling, we are going to find out. That is, distance traveled by the first car. Travel by the first car. That is the car which is starting from A. How can we find out distance? In physics you learned that speed is equal to distance by time. Speed is equal to distance by time. So speed into time is equal to distance. So what is the formula for distance is speed into time. So we are going to find out the distance traveled by the first car. The car starting from A to C. So that is AC. AC is the distance covered by the first car. Distance is speed into time. What is the speed of the first car we have taken? It is x kilometer per hour. So x into, what is the time taken? They will meet at after 5 hours. So into 5. That is 5x. This is 5x kilometer is the distance travelled by the first car from place A. Second car which starts from B, that also will be travelling in the same direction and it will reach to C after 5 hours. So we will write distance travelled by the second car. Distance travelled by the second car. That is from B to C. So it is BC is equal to, same formula we will use. Distance is speed into time. Speed of the second car is y. So time is same. So y into 5. 5y kilometer. Now we got AC is 5x and BC is 5y. But we had the distance between the two places is 100. To solve this sum, we want two equations in two variables. Linear equation in two variables. So how we can relate this 5x and 5y with this 100? Now look at this diagram. AC is 5x, BC is 5y. From AC, if we subtract BC, we will get AB, and AB is 100. Once again I will repeat. AC minus BC is equal to AB. So I'll write here AC minus BC is equal to AB. AC is 5x minus BC is 5y is equal to 100. This is our first equation. We can simplify this by dividing by 5. So we will get x minus y is equal to 20, and this is our first equation. Now the next sentence. If they travel towards each other, they meet in 1 hour. So when the car started in the same direction, after 5 hours they meet at the place C. Now if they travel towards each other, that means one car will travel from this to that side and another car from B to A, it will be traveling. Then they will meet in 1 hour, they will meet. So that 1 hour they will meet at this point, we will mark, let it be D, we will write. So D is the point or the place where they will meet each other when they travel towards each other. So same way we will find out what is the distance traveled by the first car in the second case. This is first case. First case. This is our first case. Now we will write the second case. Second case. Second case is the car, both the cars are traveling each other. Means coming towards each other. So distance traveled by the first car. Distance traveled by the first car. First car. So this time the car will start from A and it will reach at D. Here they will meet. The two they will take 1 hour. So AD is equal to the same formula for distance, speed into time. Speed of the first car is x and the time it is taken 1 hour. So x into 1, it is x. Similarly, distance traveled by the second car. By the second car. Second car, it will start from B and will reach at D. So BD is equal to speed is y, same time y into 1 y. So here this is AD is x, BD is y. To get 100, what we have to do? AD plus BD is equal to AB. AD plus BD is equal to AB. So AD is x and BD is y. X plus y is equal to 100. This is our second equation. So x minus y is equal to 20 is the first equation. X plus y is equal to 100 is equal to x plus y equals 100 is the second equation. Now we will solve this equation and find the value of x and y. So the first equation is x minus y is equal to 20. Equation 1. Second equation, x plus y is equal to 100. Equation 2. So here, as the signs are opposite for y, we can add so that y will be eliminated. Or if we subtract the equation, x will be eliminated. We will add the equation. Equation 1 plus 2. X plus x is 2x. Y cancelled. 120. X is equal to 120 by 2, 60. Substitute the value of x in one of the equation. So second equation I'll write x plus y is 100. 60 plus y is equal to 100. Y is equal to 100 minus 60. It is 40. So x is the speed of the car starting from place A. So speed of the first car is 60 km per hour and speed of the second car is 40 km per hour. Fifth question. The area of a rectangle gets reduced by 9 square units if its length is reduced by 5 units and breadth is increased by 3 units. If we increase the length by 3 units and breadth by 2 units, the area increased by 67 square units. Find the dimensions of the rectangle. Dimensions of the rectangle means we have to find the length and breadth of the rectangle. So we'll start the sum. Let the length of the rectangle be x. Let the length of the rectangle be x and breadth be y. Breadth be y units. The square units they said, so we will write it as x units and y units. Now they said area of the rectangle gets reduced by 9 units if its length is reduced by 5 units and breadth is increased by 3 units. So before that we will write what is area of a rectangle. We know that area of a rectangle equals L into B. Area of a rectangle equals length into breadth. So area, I'll write A is equal to length we considered as x and breadth we considered as y. So x into y. So xy is the area. Now they said the first sentence, the area, rectangle's area get reduced by 9 square units. So whatever is the area will reduce to 9 units. Normally area is the letter A, but we know that as x and y are the variables, xy is the area. So area reduced means subtract minus 9 units. It is area, that is why it is given as square units. Area reduced by 9 units when length is reduced by 5 units. X is the length. Length will reduced by 5 units. So x minus 5. This in bracket because it is a binomial into the breadth is increased by 3 units. So y plus 3. So once again I will repeat. Area of a rectangle, that is area is xy. Area will reduced by 9 units. That means it will be reduced by 9 units when the length of the rectangle reduced by 5 units and the breadth of the rectangle increased by 3 units, as x and y are taken as the length and breadth of the rectangle. Now we will simplify this equation. Xy minus 9 is equal to binomial multiplication. X into y, xy, x into 3, 3x, minus 5 into y, minus 5y, minus 5 into plus 3, minus 15. So now both the side of the equation, xy is a common term with the same sign. We can cancel it. Now I'll write the right side first. I'll write 3x minus 5y minus 15. This minus 9 will take it to the right side. Plus 9 is equal to 0. Once again we'll simplify. 3x minus 5y minus 15 plus 9. It is minus 6 is equal to 0, and this is our equation 1. Next statement says that if we increase the length by 3 units, length we are taken as x, if we increase the length by 3 units, so x plus 3, and the breadth by 2 units, breadth also will be increased by 2 units, then the area will increase by 67 square units. Area is xy, it will increase by 67 square units. So when the length is increased by 3 units and the breadth is increased by 2 units, area will increase by 67 square units. Now we will simplify this. This is area, length into breadth is area. So x into y, xy plus 2x plus 3y plus 6 is equal to xy plus 67. Same we will cancel xy. 2x plus 3y plus 6 minus 67 is equal to 0. 2x plus 3y minus 61 is equal to 0. This is our second equation. Now we see the first equation and second equation. Here minus 5y minus 6 equals 0. And second equation is 2x plus 3y minus 61 equals 0. Here the coefficient of x or coefficient of y both are different. So we will change the coefficient of x by multiplying the first equation by 2 so that it will become 6x, and second equation by 3 it will get 6x. So first equation into 2. First equation into 2. So we will get 6x minus 10y. We'll take minus 6 to the right side, so that 6 into 2, 12. Equation number 1. Second equation by 3. Second equation by 3. 6x plus 9y equals 61 into 3. 183. Equation 2. So now we will subtract the equation by changing the sign. 6x cancel. Minus 10 minus 9 is minus 19y is equal to 12 minus 183. It is minus 3 minus 2, 1. 18 minus 1, 171. Therefore, y is equal to, minus and minus will cancel, 171 by 19. 19 9s are 171. So, y is equal to 9. Now, we will find the value of x. So, we will write this first equation. 3x minus 5y is equal to 6. 3x minus 5 into 9 is equal to 6. 3x minus 45 is equal to 6. 3x equals 6 plus 45. It is 51. X equals 51 by 3. It is 70. So, the length of the rectangle equals x, 17 units, and breadth of the rectangle is 9 units. The next topic is equations reducible to a pair of linear equations in two variables. That is the next exercise, last exercise, exercise 3.6. The first question is 1 by 2x plus 1 by 3y equals 2 and 1 by 3x plus 1 by 2y equals 13 by 6. Equations reducible to a pair of linear equation in two variables. Now you see, when we did all the sums which we completed, normal questions, if 2x plus 3y is equal to 5, the equation will be like this. That is, x and y variables will be in the numerator. But in this question, x and y, both the variables are there in the denominator. So here what we have to do is, we have to convert this. That is, actually it is 1 by x and 1 by y. This we will change it into a normal variable. That is, variable we wanted in the numerator. Then we will do the sum. So for doing this, we have to write x is in the denominator and y also in the denominator. We will write this 1 by x. Let 1 by x is equal to p, another variable. We will be changing the variable. And 1 by y, we will write it as q. Any other two variable we can write. Let 1 by x is equal to p and 1 by y is equal to q. Both the equation we are going to change in terms of p and q. So how can we change it? 1 by 2x is, x is in the denominator, 1 by 2x. That is nothing but 1 by 2 into 1 by x. 1 by 2 into 1 by x. When you multiply 1 into 1, it is 1, and 2 into x, 2x will be in the denominator. So, 1 by x we had taken as p. So, what is remaining in this? It is 1 by 2. So, how can we change this equation? 1 by 2 we will write as it is. Instead of 1 by x, we will write it as p. So, 1 by 2p plus, same way, 1 by 3y is nothing but 1 by 3 into 1 by y. 1 by 3 we will write as it is. Instead of 1 by y, we will write it as q, and that is equal to 2. This is our equation. But still, as it is a fraction here, coefficients are fraction, it is difficult to solve the sum. We will change these fractions as whole numbers. For that, we will take the LCM of 2 and 3. LCM of 2 and 3 is 6. We will write 6. 2 into 3 is 6. So, 3 into 1p, 3p. Again, I will repeat. 2 and 3, LCM is 6. The denominator is 2. 2 into which number is 6? Or 6 divided by 2, it is 3. 3 into 1p, 3p plus. Here 3 is the denominator. 3 into 2 is 6. 2 into 1q, 2q is equal to 2. Now we will cross multiply this 6 and we will write 3p plus 2q is equal to 12, and this is our first equation. So we are reducing this given equation in terms of another variable, and then we are solving it. After solving the equations p and q, again we will substitute in this and find the value of x and y. So this is our first equation. Similarly, we will change the second equation. So how can we write 1 by 3x? We can write it as 1 by 3p plus 1 by 2q is equal to 13 by 6. Same way we will take the LCM. 6 is the LCM. 3 2s are 6. So 2 into P, 2P. 3 2s are 6. So 3 into Q, 3Q is equal to 13 by 6. Here we cross multiplied 6 to the right side. But here you see, here left side and right side the denominators are 6. So directly we can cancel it instead of cross multiplying. When you cross multiply again the equation become too much complicated. So directly we can cancel it. So we will get the equation 2P plus 3Q is equal to 13. This is our second equation. Now we have to solve these two equations. Now you see one is 3P and one is 2Q. Here 2Q and 3P. We have to multiply both the equation with some constant number so that we can change it. So if you wanted to change P, we will multiply the first equation by 2. First equation when you multiply by 2, 3P into 2, 6P plus 2Q into 2, 4Q, 12 into 2, 24 we will get. Now this is our equation. Now second equation to get 6P, will multiply by 3. So 3 into 2P, again 6P, 3 into 3Q, it is 9Q, 13 into 3, 39. So this is our second equation. Now we will subtract by changing the sign. Equation 1 minus equation 2, 6P cancel, 4P minus 9Q minus 5Q, 24 minus 9, 9 minus 4, 5, 3 minus 2, 1, minus Q is equal to minus 15 by minus 5, it is 3. Now we will see P. So to find the value of P, any one of the equation we will write. So I will write this equation. 3P plus 2Q is equal to 12. 3P plus 2 into 3 equals 12. 3P plus 6 is equal to 12. 3P equals 12 minus 6, 6. P equals 6 by 3, 2. P is 2 and Q is 3. But the sum is not over. We have to find the value of X and Y. For this, again we have to substitute the value of P and Q in this. 1 by X is equal to P. So P value is 2. 1 by X is equal to 2. Cross multiply. 1 equals 2X. Or 2X is equal to 1. X is equal to 1 by 2. So we got the value of X as 1 by 2. Similarly, 1 by Y is equal to Q. So what is the value of Q? It is 3. 1 by Y equals 3. Cross multiply. 3Y is equal to 1. Y is equal to 1 by 3. So the value of X and Y are 1 by 2 and 1 by 3. The second question is 2 by root X plus 3 by root Y is equal to 2 and 4 by root X minus 9 by root Y is equal to minus 1. Same way like last sum, X and Y are in the denominator, so we have to change it. As root X and root Y are in the denominator, we'll write let 1 by root X is equal to P and 1 by root Y is equal to Q. So we'll change the first equation. 2 is in the numerator, write 2 as it is. Instead of 1 by root X, we will write P plus 3Q is equal to 2. This is our equation 1. Same way, second equation 4P minus 9Q is equal to minus 1. Equation number 2. Here constants are in the numerator. So write the constant as it is. Instead of 1 by root X and 1 by root I, we have to substitute a P and Q. So now we are going to solve this. So we will multiply the second equation by 3. Sorry, first equation by 3. So that 3 into 3 becomes 9. So first equation multiply by 3. 3 2s are 6P plus 3 3s are 9Q is equal to 3 2s are 6. Equation 1. Second equation will write as it is equal to minus 1. Equation 2. Now we will add both the equation because it has opposite sign. Adding equation 1 and 2. 6 plus 4. 10P cancel. 6 minus 1. 6 plus minus 1 it is 5. So P is equal to 5 by 10, not 10 by 5, is equal to 1 by 2. So value of P is 1 by 2. Now we will find the value of Q. Write one of the equation. We'll write here. 2P plus 3Q is equal to 2. 2 into P. P is 1 by 2 plus 3Q is equal to 2. 2 and 2 will cancel. 1 plus 3Q is equal to 2. 3Q equals 2 minus 1 is 1. Q is equal to 1 by 3. So P and Q we got, but still we want to find out the value of X and Y. So again we will write 1 by root X is equal to P. 1 by root X is equal to, what is the value of P? It is 1 by 2. Cross multiply, or directly we can write root X is equal to 2. If root X is 2, we want to find the value of X. Solve the equation means we have to find the value of X and Y. So how can we change root X? Both the side we have to square it. Root X square is equal to 2 square. What is root X square? It is X. Root X into root X into root X, that is root of X square, that is X. And X is equal to 4. The value of X is 4. Similarly, the value of Y. So we will write 1 by root Y is equal to Q. 1 by root Y is equal to Q is 1 by 3. Cross multiply. Root Y is equal to 3. Square on both the sides. So Y is equal to 9. The value of X and Y are 4 and 9. That's all for today. Thank you.